Okay, if you remember when you did it, it felt like your leg might have been nailed to the floor.
Yeah.
Or you might have got to the place where it wasn't like that anymore.
I actually got there.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, awesome. It changes your form so fast.
It does.
It does. So you might play with using the ball
Mm-hmm.
as your helper in the beginning again.
I like that because, yeah, I would use a couch arm or something, but it's so nice to know that wherever I'm at with the ball.
Yes. And so the really important thing is, and she does such a great job on the video, I don't feel like I have to stress a lot other than your hip is going to be rolled forward. Key, I can't remember if she says this, tip your pelvis up. Tip your pelvis up. This is different than your pelvis being back and forth. So this is my pelvis back, this is my pelvis forward, this is my pubic bone pushed back, this is my pubic bone tucked in. It immediately makes me want to lean over a little more and lift my leg. It gives me the capacity to do that. It's as much of a game changer as when you pulled your pelvis or tipped it up as when you were doing the quad. Okay?
Yep.
So shall we try that?
Yes. So what I thought was interesting is I like how you had the leg out more. I think I had mine in more.
Okay. So you're just thinking about your body being really kind of mirroring. Lean over onto the ball and enjoy it. Hug it to you so you can enjoy it.
Okay.
Okay? Now, I'm going to nitpick you because we're here. I want you to notice your hip in proportion to your knee. Can you tell me, is that in line?
No.
Okay, can you make it in line? Put your hand on your hip. Roll your hip back.
Back.
And roll it forward. Yep, roll it back. And roll it forward. Okay, stick your bottom out. Pubic bone facing that wall. Pull your pubic bone forward. Ooh, feel the difference? Okay, one more time. Stick your bottom out. And pull your pubic bone, curl it in. When you're ready, lean over and lift that leg. Tucking that pubic bone. That's it. It's hard at first.
It's been a while.
It is. And really, even if you just play with, this takes days to get the strength. To get your pubic bone forward and start moving from that, because you should feel it here. Let go of your pubic bone real quick. Stick your butt out. Try and lift your leg.
Yeah.
It may be easier, but do you
Only way
feel
I'm lifting it is from my foot.
do you feel the difference? Is it now from here? I can't remember. If I stick my butt out. Oh yeah, it's completely different.
Yeah.
It's like if you tip your pubic bone up, it's like a girdle around this whole thing. If you don't, if you poke your butt out, it's just this.
Yep.
Right? Okay. So when you play with that, you know that your strength will happen so fast.
Yes.
So even if you're just playing with, can I get my knee off the ground? Can I maybe get my foot off the ground? Can I get my knee off the ground? Can I maybe pulse it back, a few times? When
you get your foot off the knee and foot off the ground,
you're taking your foot straight
taking it
back. So you should feel it here, here, here. I mean, she's not kidding when she says it makes the perfect little peach.
Yeah.
Because you're working here and on top.
Right.
Separating your butt from your back, separating your leg from your back, from your butt. So it's no longer any sliding of parts. But that's great. You're doing it.
Okay.
You're doing it. That's great. Let's get the feeling on the other side.
Okay.
Be gentle and kind as you wrap that foot around. If you wanted, this would be the perfect time to lay your knees down. You don't have a pillow underneath you, but you'll feel it. And then gently
Yeah, I can
feel
see
that.
where hardly, I don't really need the pillow.
Oh, good. So do you see how you're stretching what you just worked? So this is the most beautiful stretch ever. It will just become your divine friend.
Oh.
All right, so let's go over to the other side. So your heel doesn't have to be so close to your butt. It's a 90-degree angle. There you go. So, and let's get your knee shooting straight out of your hip.
Oh, I see. Okay.
There you go. And let's get your knee in line with your foot. Perfect.
Okay.
Straight to your hip. Straight off your hip. Heel straight off from your knee. Make sense?
Got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Leaning over and you're relaxing. I mean, you're not squinchy. Okay? Roll your hip back. Kind of already is. Roll it forward. Tip your body back. And tip it up. And there's your position. It's going to feel nailed to the floor for a moment. And we're just trying to lift. And you're going to feel it. And at first, and the great thing is, because you've done this, you know how fast. And you're being aware of everybody who gets to come out and play. And you're like, holy moly, there's a lot of you. So if you have to take breaks, that's fine. Okay. Notice breathing. And then another thing you can do is, and play with, is go ahead and let that knee drop. I really, for these next few weeks, as you play with this, really think about the hip and the knee.
Okay.
The knee coming straight off the hip, okay? The knee coming straight off the hip. Just play with this. Take this arm up over your head and reach, elongate, feel this. Now, roll your hip forward, tip your pelvis up. And just notice that feeling. And then you can just play with kind of picking your knee up and then putting it back down. Because that too is a pulse. Okay, you can just play with that, because do you feel the girdle? My God, what more do you want? And then at the same time you have this lengthening. Turn your hand over. Oh my God, you're like a ballerina. You know what I mean? Look at you. So whatever brings the delight back into it, because kind of all that effort, I'm like, God, am I ever going to get my foot off the floor with this? Well, doesn't this make it a lot more fun? Well, shit, I'll just do whatever's fun. Because you're still in the position, you're still at your peak, okay? All right, so let's play with the one where you kick that leg straight out, okay? Your knee is in that same position, hand on your hip, roll your hip back, and roll it all the way forward. All the way forward. Even you can take your torso onto the ball on this one. Okay? Yeah, as long as you feel braced. If you need to put your hand on either side of the ball so you don't roll away, whatever. Notice that your knee is facing the floor. Okay. Stick your booty out. Now tuck it in. Now lift that leg. And you're going to feel it really right here. And the more your knee faces the floor, the more you'll feel it right here. And you can, if you want, if you feel it out here, it's because your knee is not facing the floor. Get it? So that's why I say, now, I want you to play with the ball, but create grace and aliveness in your upper body. See if that becomes even more fun for you. Feel it right here? Okay, good. So even I like to touch back there to kind of go, yeah, we're all alive. All jigs are alive. And then, you know, do that a few times, however many your body says it wants to do. And swing that leg around. And you can do that stretch, that same one. If this foot is in front of the other, you're going to be stretching this side.
Okay.
Okay? Whatever foot is in front. So
Okay.
you should feel that. Even just sitting, maybe. And it's not about getting your feet close to your body. It's about letting them be away from your body.
Okay.
You feel it? So even that is just delicious. Because you're doing several things. remember we just talked about that girdle you were building around your legs. It's letting all that tension go. It's letting all the tension here go. It's letting the tension go here. And you can put the ball in front of you and relax. Relax the shoulders, all of that.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got it. Good. Okay. You want the ball on the other side of you? And this one's a straight leg. And remember, okay, so hand on the hip back, roll it back, roll it forward, really roll it forward. So then your torso can turn. There you go. You can hold on to the ball now. Take your booty out and pull it in. There you go, you're ready. Lift that sucker up. And it's just a gentle pulsing. Yeah. And then if you feel like, yeah, that's becoming like this strain, look at your upper body. What can I do? Okay. Bring that into the picture. I can stretch it. Yes, you can do anything. Even just strengthening, and there you go. Any of that. And I honestly can only lengthen my body like that for just a few moments, but it's enough to create enough change to keep me interested. Okay? And pull your pelvis forward a little more than you think you can. Notice if you feel it engage. See how key that pubic bone is? It's just amazing. All right, when you're ready, come out of it.